And an incredible sight in space. Take a look at this massive plasma eruption exploding from the sun. NASA says it extended almost half the sun's visible hemisphere. Amazing. Plus, great news for fans of The Simpsons as we get word it's being renewed for 2 more seasons. The extension means the beloved animated sitcom will reach a historic 625 episodes. So here's a bizarre story. College student facing felony charges for allegedly trying to poison her roommates. Hidden camera captures Haley King right here. Watch her. Pouring Windex and then spitting into containers of her roommate's food. King's 2 roommates at the University of South Carolina, they set up the hidden cameras, telling police they were afraid of what she would do after a string of fights. Well, now the 22-year-old is charged with unlawful, malicious tampering with human, drug product, or food, felony that carries up to 20 years in prison. Joining me now, Dan Schorr, former prosecutor and associate managing director at Kroll. So, wow. I guess people will do stupid things, right? But in this case, it could have been really, really dangerous, right?
It seems like none of the roommates were actually physically sick from this, although one is saying that she had a lot of psychological trauma from the experience, had to drop out of some classes, had some physical reactions to just being upset about it. But it doesn't seem like the actual Windex hurt them physically. But it's a very dangerous thing, and that's why she's facing a C violent felony in South Carolina.
Okay, so a Class C felony, carrying a term up to 20 years in prison. What do you think is going to happen?
I don't think she'll get anything near that. As far as we can tell, she doesn't have any criminal record. She was released on bond of just $5,000, but she's still facing a lot of time. She might get a minimal jail term. She might get probation. In addition to the video evidence, she also made a confession, according to the police. So obviously, it's a very solid case. We could see exactly what she did.
Okay, so some people will be wondering, as I was, will this hidden camera video be admissible in court?
I expect it to be admissible because private people set it up in their own home. This is different than if the police had gone in without a warrant and set up a secret camera. So the video was set up by her roommates in a common area. And then, as I said, she made a full confession to the police. So even if the video doesn't come in, which I expect it will be admissible, you still have a confession.
Okay, so when somebody makes a confession, in your legal opinion, does that tend to lessen the amount of time that they might face?
Not necessarily. Sometimes if you're in court and you plead guilty, you get some credit for taking responsibility. But if you make an admission to the police during questioning, most likely it's not going to help you, because now the case is solid and the prosecutor has little reason to plea bargain because they know that the case is solid.
So it's so interesting how video is just permeated our entire lifestyle. And now it seems to be involved, obviously, in so many criminal cases. So here she is, not thinking probably at all that she's being videotaped, and now she's opening up the food, and guess what she's going to do? Yep, spit in it. That actually would make me more sick than the Windex, I think. But the cameras, I mean, cameras must just be so pervasive in cases that you see.
Absolutely. And you see this sometimes that people are setting up cameras. Sometimes things just happen in public places, and local stores that have security cameras capture incidents on the street. So it's very helpful for any kind of investigation. Not only did she put Windex in, but she then went back to smell it, maybe to see if there was an overwhelming smell that would be detectable. So this is thought out. This happens over some time. It's not like a one-shot thing that she did.
Very interesting and tragic at the same time. Dan Schorr, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Presidential candidates, they're turning to something called Snapchat as they campaign for the White House. And it looks like the popular app is also preparing them for the race. So what is it? And will it have any impact on the 2016 race? And also, when an out-of-control truck causes an avalanche of soda bottles down the road. Yikes. Right back.
Jackie's heart attack didn't come with a warning. Today, her doctor has her on a bare aspirin regimen to help reduce the risk of another one. If you've had a heart attack, be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Our oath isn't an empty gesture. It's the heart and soul of Terminix Nation. The Terminix Ultimate Protection Guarantee. A vow that we kill every termite in your home. Not here, not now, not in my house. Terminix.